Hi, this is Interstellar Warrior. The other day I was looking at the Rice Krispies box sitting on my dining table and I realized that Krispies didn't look right. And then I remembered that Krispies used to be spelled with a C and not a K, so naturally I had to do some Rice Krispies research because I thought it would be fun and see what I could find, and I consider it a challenge when I'm doing research like this. So I did find a plethora of Rice Krispies residual evidence and I wanted to share it with you. But before I do, I just want to remind you to share, subscribe, like, or dislike. And I will enable comments for those of you who remember Crispies being spelled with a C and not a K. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Okay, so first we have the Chicago Tribune. Tailor-made foods souls up future. Consumer will wear the pants. This was published February 23rd, 1986. This is very old. I was in high school during this time. Okay, let's see what I found here for you. In addition, Gerald Robinson, Kellogg president and chief operating officer, said that while the firm's top four, Corn Flakes, Frosted Flakes, Rice Krispies, Crispies spelled C-R-I-S-P-I-E-S, and Raisin Bran will continue to be the big sellers. New products are the key to growth. So here it's spelled correctly, as I remember it, back in the old reality, the old Earth, back on the old Earth. So this, I think, is some good residual evidence here. This journalist left behind some residual evidence here. Okay, on to the next. Okay, I found a PDF for you here. AP Language and Composition Schemes, Tropes and Fallacies, Rhetorical Devices. Directions. Students complete this summer assignment by providing examples for the missing examples in the fourth column of rhetorical devices below. There are a total of 88 missing examples. So this is a summer assignment a teacher assigned to their students to do. I believe it was page 7. I found some residual evidence for you. I believe it was 10. But I wanted to show you what this segment is all about. This is tropes, figurative language. In the columns here, description of device. And over here, in this column, examples. Refers to language that describes concepts rather than concrete images. And the examples are to the right here. And I wanted to show you what I found here. I believe it was on page 10. Yes, so this column, use of words whose sound echoes the sense. And over here, Snap Crackle Pop, commercial for Rice Krispies. Crispies spelled C-R-I-S-P-I-E-S. Spelled how I remember it. So this teacher or instructor would not get this incorrect. It's his or her job to know how to spell things correctly, such as Rice Krispies, which is, simple. Crispy is a simple word. So this is good residual evidence here. Okay, on to the next. Okay, here on this Stack Exchange website, on this particular page, English Language and Usage. English Language and Usage Stack Exchange is a question and answer site for linguists, etymologists, and serious English language enthusiasts. This particular subject is etymology of snap, crackle, pop for higher derivatives of position. So, of course, etymology is the study of the origin of words. So I think these guys are going to get Crispies wrong. And I found something below here that was interesting. The analogous expressions involving fifth and sixth derivatives are known as crackle and pop. This terminology goes back to a 1932 advertisement of Kellogg's Rice Krispies, spelled with a C, which merely snap, crackle, and pop in a bowl of milk. So this person got Crispies correct. This is good residual evidence. It's an etymology website. To back it up, this person's not going to get Crispies wrong. back on old Earth, this is how they know how to spell Crispies with a C. So this is some good residual evidence for you. So on to the next. Okay, this next one that I found I think is pretty good residual evidence because it's a published book, published in 2013, called The Financial Times Guide to Business Training. And I want to read this little segment to you before I show you what I found. Power of Three. All great performers understand the power of three. The power of three is a principle in both written and spoken communication that suggests that things that come in threes are inherently funnier, more satisfying, or more effective, or easier to remember. And here are the examples that they have here. Advertising and marketing. L'Oreal, you're worth it. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Nike, just do it. Rice Krispies, spelled Crispies, equals snap, crackle, and pop. So I thought this is actually some excellent residual evidence here. The authors of this book would not get this incorrect. They obviously did their research. They're going to make sure they spell Crispies and Rice Krispies correctly. So I thought this was pretty good. I gave this residual evidence an A+. Okay, on to the next. Okay, next we have the website For Better or For Worse. I'm sure all of you know this comic strip. It's pretty famous. This is actually Lynn Johnston's website. She's the creator of For Better or For Worse. And she had an interesting little note here that I want to read to you. Years ago I saw an article about Rice Krispies and how Snap, Crackle, and Pop was written in other languages. So I thought this was pretty interesting. She's artist and writer. She actually draws the comic strips and writes the stories within them. So she remembers how Crispies and Rice Krispies is originally spelled, how it was originally spelled. Crispies. So she got it correct, and I thought this was a good example of residual evidence here. Okay, moving on. Okay, I found another book for you. The Meaning of Tingo and Other Extraordinary Words from Around the World. This was published in 2005. So I'm going to show you what I found in here. Snap, crackle, pop. Is it the way they hear it, or is it simply what sells the product? The sound of Rice Krispies crackling and popping is very different across Europe. Okay, so Rice Krispies. The word Crispies spelled with a C, as I remember it. Here's another example in here. Okay, while in Germany, the noise of Rice Krispies, snap, crackle, and popping is Nisper, Nasper, and Nusper. Again, Crispies spelled with a C. So that's correct. That's how I remember it. That's how this author remembers it as well. Okay, moving on to the next. Okay, in this PDF, Couponing as a Horizontal and Vertical Strategy, Theory and Effects by John M. Connor. This was published August 1997. So I'm going to show you what I found in here. It's actually in the appendix table. Show what I found. Okay. Retail prices, coupon price reductions, and market shares of major brands of RTE cereals by segments 1992 to 1995. And here, lo and behold, Kellogg Rice Krispies. Krispies spelled with a C. So this person had to do research here, so I'm sure they're going to get Crispies, or spell Crispies correctly with a C. They're not going to get that wrong. Another example here. Rice Krispies, Crispies spelled with a C. So some good residual evidence here. On to the next one. Okay, here's another PDF for you. Report of the APA Task Force on Advertising and Children, published February 20th, 2004. A lot of people did some research on this. A lot of people involved in this. Let's show what I found here. In contrast, most commercials fail to mention even the major grain used in each cereal unless it is included as part of the product name. Example, Rice Krispies. As you can see, Crispies spelled with a C. So this APA task force, they're not going to spell Rice Krispies wrong. A lot of people worked on this, so I don't think they're going to get a simple word like Crispies wrong. Another example of good residual evidence here. Okay, in this last example here, we have another homework assignment, the classroom at home, and I'm going to show you what I found in this one. Cereal, language arts. Play a cereal guessing game. Use descriptive clues to talk about cereal. If your student is eating Rice Krispies, have your child make you guess what kind of cereal it is by giving you descriptive language. As you can see, Crispies and Rice Krispies is spelled with a C. Okay, next one. Science, a timed experiment. Over the course of a day, week, or month, compare how long it takes different types of cereal to get soggy. Does it take Cheerios, Frosted Mini Wheats, Rice Krispies, etc. longer? Down here, it will take Rice Krispies blank minutes. So as you can see, Crispies is spelled with a C here and here. And the person who created this assignment is not going to get that incorrect. You're not going to replace the K with a C. This is just simply how Crispies in Rice Krispies is spelled back on the old earth in the other reality. So they got it correct back in that other reality. So this is also some good residual evidence here. Okay, so that's what I found for you. I really enjoyed researching this one, and I'm looking forward to reading your comments. And I will talk to you soon. Peace out, people.